Hi First Girlfriends, it is Miss Crowdis, and today I brought a story about a hedgehog. But this hedgehog has a problem. He is getting things stuck to his prickles. Everything keeps getting stuck to him. So today, when reading our story, I want you to try to remember and recall one of the items that gets stuck to our friend hedgehog. Our story is called Apple Trouble, and it's written and illustrated by Rignahild S. and Michael T. They are the authors who wrote the words and the illustrators who drew the pictures. So our title is Apple Trouble. It has an exclamation point. Apple Trouble. Oh, there he goes. There goes Hedgehog. Hedgehog had just finished building her winter nest under the old apple tree. Not too large and not too small. Just right for a nice long winter's nap. He's yawning, he's tired, he's getting ready to hibernate, friends. So sometimes animals sleep in the winter when it gets cold, and that's what a hedgehog does. Suddenly, a juicy red apple landed on her back. Ouch! Squeaked Hedgehog. Uh-oh, what's got stuck to her? Yeah, an apple. She curled into a spiny ball, hoping it would fall off. But when she uncurled, the juicy red apple was still there. Hedgehog tried to squeeze herself and the apple into her beautiful new home. But could she get in? No, she could not. Not with the apple on her back. The nest was too small. Oh dear, said Hedgehog. Squirrel, scurrying past with an armful of brown nuts, stopped to help. Stand still. I'll push that apple off, he said. Then the squirrel, he pushed and he pushed and he struggled and he heaved and he tugged. But did he get it? But the juicy red apple stayed where it was. But worse, now there were 3 of Squirrel's brown nuts stuck to his hedgehog spines. So now she had a juicy red apple and 3 brown nuts on her back. So she has an apple and 3 brown nuts. Oh dear, wailed Hedgehog. Winter is coming and I can't get into my nest. But what will I do? Try rolling on your back, snorted Pig. That'll get rid of it all. Hedgehog threw herself on the ground. Her little legs paddled in the air as she twisted and she wriggled and she rolled. Has it all gone? She asked, scrambling to her feet. Pig shook her head. No. The juicy red apple and the 3 brown nuts were still there. So now we're a small green pear and a crumpled brown leaf. Oh dear, sighed Hedgehog, rolling her eyes. So now Hedgehog has an apple, 3 brown nuts, crumpled leaves, and a small green pear on her back. But up in the sky, sailing towards Hedgehog, was a colorful piece of paper. Oh no, she cried. This way and that way she ran as fast as she could. This way and that way, and the paper drifted. And it landed right on her back, between the apple and the 3 nuts. This isn't fair, said Hedgehog, who now had a juicy red apple, 3 brown nuts, a small green pear, a crumpled brown leaf, and a colorful piece of paper on her back. I'll never get into my nest. Hedgehog pattered to the pond and gazed at a reflection in the water. Ooh, hello, Hedgehog. That's a lot of stuff on your back. Ribbit, croaked the frog. I'm tired. And I'm trying to get rid of all this stuff, sniffled Hedgehog. Dive, said the frog. That will wash everything off. Hedgehog dipped her foot into the murky water and then dived in. I wonder if all the water is going to get all the stuff off of her. Splash! Her friends watched Hedgehog bobbing up and down. The juicy red apple, the 3 brown nuts, the small green pear, the crumpled brown leaf, and the colorful piece of paper were still there. And now there was a pink water lily. Glug, 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 said Hedgehog, as the others heaved her out of the water. She did look really funny. But Hedgehog did not find it funny. Stop laughing, she sputtered and stomped her feet to the ground. Where am I going to sleep? Pig and Squirrel looked worried, and so did Frog. Her friends are worried about her. I do have one idea, said Pig. Squeeze through the hedges over there. That'll brush everything off. So Hedgehog closed her eyes and she squeezed herself through the thick leaves. But did everything come off her back? Let's find out. No, it didn't. And it was still there. So were 4 ripe blackberries. And there, staring at her with a look of surprise, stood Goat. "Ooh!" cried Goat. "You have brought lunch." "Oh, help yourself," said Hedgehog. "Take it all." "Yippee!" brayed the Goat. Then he picked off and he ate the juicy red apple, and he ate the 3 brown nuts, and the small green pear, the pink water lily, and the 4 ripe blackberries for dessert. And he even ate the paper. The only thing he left was the crumpled brown leaf. He just couldn't eat anymore. He was full. "Hooray! Hooray!" cried Hedgehog. She felt as light as a feather. "Thank you, Goat," she said. Then she ran as fast as her little legs could carry her through the gate, past the pond, across the orchard, and under the tree, and home to her nest. Hedgehog squeezed into her little nest. It fitted her perfectly, and it was the best nest ever. Outside, a cold wind blew, and another apple fell off the tree. But it did not fall on Hedgehog. She was safe in her nest, and fast asleep. And so Hedgehog is now hibernating for the winter, so she doesn't get cold. All right. So friends, let's recall some of the things or the items that fell onto Hedgehog. Let's see if we can remember them. Let's see. What is this one? Yeah, an apple. An apple fell on Hedgehog. And then the 3 brown acorns fell on Hedgehog. After the acorns, what was next? The green pear. The green pear fell on Hedgehog. And the crumpled brown leaf fell on Hedgehog. What was this one? The piece of paper. The piece of paper. And then the pink lily, the lily pad. And then at the end, before he met the Goat, we walked through the leaves, the bushes, the 4 blackberries. Yes. And friends, how did Hedgehog get all this stuff off? Yeah, the Goat ate it all for him. He ate it for lunch and for dessert. And then the Hedgehog got to go in his nest and hibernate for the winter. Awesome job today, friends.